filming intros and outros because I'm the type of person who just gets going on the work when it's time to work. But today I want to talk about my small wins this year because I've been growing vegetables probably for 5 years now, and herbs is one thing I've always struggled with. And this year I finally had some wins. So this right here is sage. This is sage that I winter sowed. Um, and I'm gonna have probably, I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8 plants if I can keep this all alive. And that is huge. Um, Sage, especially, is an herb that I've always had a hard time growing. I also grew basil this year. Basil's easier to grow, but for me, it's just harder to keep it alive. But um, yeah, so I just want to talk about that because I feel like with gardening, especially when you start a lot of things from seed and really you're trying to do everything on your own rather than buy stuff, it can be really intimidating when you fail all the time. And, um, it's just nice to have small wins. It's nice to be reminded that, you know, not everything is so serious and it's not that big of a deal, but when you do it, it just makes you so happy. So, yeah, this is my sage. And then I want to show you guys my basil. I'm trying to think. I kept my rosemary alive from last year, but I'm trying to think if I have any other herbs. Um, I tried to grow cilantro this year, that didn't work. My dill has yet to come up, but I did grow fennel. I don't think that's an herb, but yeah, let me show you guys my basil. All right, here's my basil. I think I have 2 plants in this bed, and then I think I have 2 or 3 somewhere in the nasturtiums buried with the strawberries. But yeah, let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is, hanging on for dear life. I gotta clean this bed out. My strawberries totally got taken over. Had no idea. Oh, this one's doing good. Look at that. Ooh, that is nice basil. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. I love having basil in the garden, but I have always had the hardest time. But honestly, I know the basil likes the heat, it likes the sun, but it does not like to be solo. So who knows, maybe the reason why it's growing so good is because it was packed in here. But yeah, small wins. So probably another one of my small wins this year was after literally at least 4 years of trying to get this to grow from seed because it actually is pretty expensive. I don't think I've ever seen it be less than $12 for like even less than 1 gallon. But Agastache or Agastache, I got one, two, three, four. Oh, I thought I had 5. But I winter sowed this. This is one of my winter sowing successes. Finally. Oh, the amount of money I have spent on seeds for these dang things. So I'm pretty excited about that because it is actually one of my favorite plants. So, and it comes back every year here. This right here is my rosemary that I kept alive. I don't know if it's going to do good, but the point is I kept it alive from last year. Um, yeah, I might have to move it. I'm not sure, but the point is it survived, and that's what I'm talking about. And then over here, so these little blue flowers are my larkspur. They don't look too hot right now, but again, I winter sowed these and had success. So any flower I can winter sow and it lives, I'm so happy because I prefer flowers over veggies. As far as like what to garden, flowers are my passion. So the less money I have to spend on buying actual plants, the better. I will spend money on seeds, but again, small wins. Okay, I have a little plant haul. Like, this is probably the first year that I've spent the least amount on buying plants, but I did get something that I've been wanting for a very long time, and something that I needed, and then a few things that I didn't need. Okay, so the first thing I got, this was actually $1 off. I got this beautiful echinacea, which I've been wanting for so long. My grandma used to grow these here in this garden, and I swear they were like 4 feet tall. They were huge. So I don't know, I might try to put them where she had hers, and maybe they'll do good. But I got a few ugly ones to trim off, but I'm very, very excited about. Oh my gosh, a bird. Okay. Then I got marigolds. The only reason I grabbed these is because this is like the first year ever that I haven't had these yet. Usually by now my marigolds are taken off, but all my starts died. Never got around to redoing them. So, yeah, just bought some. Then I got this mandevilla. I've always wanted one of these. Some of the blooms look a little rough, but I'm going to put this in the empty hanging pot I have over there. And then I'm going to try to hang it from the roof because there's hooks along here. But yeah, it's so pretty. It looks tropical. Kind of different than the vibe I have, but that's kind of why I like it. And then this, I got this whole thing for $8. It was on clearance. The marigolds were on clearance too. Forgot to say that. But I'm obsessed with this color. Look at that. Beautiful. Not my normal color palette. Again, that's kind of why I like it. But with these, you just got to deadhead and keep them watered. And they do great in my region. They'll keep going until the frost. So they slow down in the fall, but they definitely will keep blooming for you, that's for sure. So yeah, that's my little plant haul. Petunias, echinacea, marigold, and a mandevilla. Oh, and I got these. This is what I went to the store for. So I can finally set up my bee bars. I'm so behind on doing that this year. But I used to have a ton of these. Didn't have any, so I needed to have ones that didn't have cracks so it holds the water. And then I got just a bag of potting soil. But yeah, I need to get some chores done, get everything potted up slash in the ground, do some weeding. So yeah, stick around. Okay, I'm just getting the bee bars set up. I like to put rocks and sticks in mine, just because it looks, natural. But I just have to place these where I want them in the garden and then fill them up, and then they'll be ready to go for all the pollinators.